hubris with that rail pick in game 2, but this is already not where you want to be. You don't want to take this 2-1, and if you lose this game, this team is dropping down in everybody's power rankings right now, so this is an extremely important game to win for Nongshim right now.
Yeah, and honestly, I'm not too impressed by the draft. I mean, it's NAR where it's like, okay, I understand. It seems to be working in scrims, but it's not working so far in the LCK. And you just look on the side, they flex the Jace instead of the Renekton. They have insane amounts of poke and range in their lineup. It's like, if they get ahead and they get 1-2 items, I'm not really sure what the side of Nongshim Red Force will be able to do. But let's take a look, guys. We're going to jump into game number 3 as we do move on to the Rift once again. And let's see who is going to take the
Croco going to push up here to look for something, and then as Rich plays safe, he's going to look for this Rift Herald.
He's dead. Yeah, just like that. First blood gonna go the way of Summit. Why again?
Yeah.
Why is there so much priority when the Jace is available and you're playing against Summit?
I mean, look at just the auto attacks coming through here for Summit. Just straight up. He W's, and then he just goes right for the accelerated shock blast there. And
that's what I would imagine. This team is probably saying, okay, we gotta back. We gotta get these items because we have a big fight coming in here. And Peanut just gonna get taunted up. Big knockup coming from Kellen, but the two of them are just out on a life raft, and they're going to be sunk right here. Double kill goes the way of Summit, who is 3-0 already in this game.
I feel like perhaps that was the time where they needed to be aggressive. Croco, speaking of which, gonna step over the line.
Okay, this is a nice little play. Croco, though, is going to be able to get away. Effort saving his nice, beautifully. But there it is. Bait finally pops off with a massive scatter the weak. He gets 3 kills, and here comes Summit. He's angry. Gets the 1, but that is a pretty clean ace, as extending very deep into the jungle there. Thank you, Omen, of course, for the sponsorship of the ace, but at the same time, man, they just used that one fell swoop.
And just getting too overzealous. So Nongshim finding their way into a team fight they didn't even necessarily need.
Well, I guess Skellen is dead.
Okay.
You know, so Jace is still and let's see how this one's gonna go. Peanut trying to get on top of Summit. They find him on the bottom side, and that's a nice amount of damage onto Croco as well. That Unbreakable Will in the backside doing some work as Bay, oh, they may have overextended here as opening up is the Jhin. No more Unbreakable Will, and the siege turret that is Fate over the wall right now is huge, as finally that Alistair is going to go down. Summit looking for those accelerated shock blasts over the wall. And that was almost it for Nongshim. You know, they almost just had the damage to take out Summit, but at the end of the day, just not able to extend far enough and get the kills they needed.
And that's, I think, the idea there for Nongshim is...
I love Jonas Strong, man. He's shown us all the important stuff. A dead Syndra on the ground, as it looks like some damage done at the blue buff, as now Rich is just caught here. He is surviving for quite a while. There doesn't seem to be too much damage.
Giving the numbers advantage over to Live Sandbox, and they're just chipping away.
Yeah, we'll see what they can get done here. Some opening up coming out from the Jhin. The True Shot Barrage actually misses there on the backside, and Nongshim actually being given a lot of respect as they just come in and take it down. They're going to look to burst down the Jhin, and they will be able to, in fact. So a nice little pick there. Now Effort going to be totally caught on the backside. Peanut incredibly tanky, and actually fighting front to back here is Liv Sandbox. Just the scraps being picked off the ground one by one, and now Nongshim have made their way back in the game.
Yeah, and you could see how the composition of Liv Sandbox falls apart like a house of cards, one by one, like dominoes almost, once the first pick
gave up a lot of their power and positioning in that one, and Kellen was able to find a beautiful opening there. So
yeah,
it was you know, a really big team fight win for Nongshim, and they found a way to actually come back in this game.
And when you lose control of the map, it's a lot more difficult to team fight with Zoe. It's a lot more difficult to actually get that damage done consistently, especially when waves are pushing down your base. Like, you can't even poke anybody because the minions are in the way. You're struggling to find value, and DuckDom just stole his way back into this game by collecting minions. He's got a huge gold lead, as you pointed out earlier. They just want to end the game right now.
Yeah, I don't know if they can. I mean, there's a nice amount of wave clear on the side of Liv Sandbox. Obviously, Baron is going to try to help them on the push for Nongshim, but We'll see what they can do here. You can see Effort, the one frontliner. He's going to get a taunt onto Peanut, but that's not enough. One turret is going to go down. Effort's getting chunked out here. Duckdom is just going wild on the front line, and it looks like Noshim just opened it up here, and they are going to take the win in a very close Game 3. 10-7 at 30 minutes.
That honor you can give at the end of the game, as we do see the Nexus fall here. We jump into post game. That's like tilt-proof, stayed cool or whatever. I feel like that's Duckdom's game here. He played extremely safely despite being down. Even we criticize him even for not pushing down that extra turret plate, but he went back to buy the item. He just always played safe, never really let the game snowball away from him. He was always able to be relevant.